Hello Explorers, welcome back to our channel. We're the Choose here from Choose to Explore, where we teach you guys how to see the world
and save $1.
So we are here in Shanghai, China. And we came here last night from Osaka, Japan, and we flew with Peach Airlines, and the flight was $81 per person. Thanks to a American Express credit, we also got $50 off that flight. So we see the world and save $1 to get here.
Getting here was pretty smooth for us. Typically you do need a visa coming as an American, but we're only here for about 36 hours, so we got a transit visa on arrival.
So when we got here, it was actually like 1 o'clock in the morning, so there wasn't any metro station running, so we had to get a taxi to stay at our hotel here at the Hilton DoubleTree. So today we'll be sharing our experience here in Shanghai, China, what it's like, what to do, especially if you guys have a transit visa and you guys want to explore some of China. Last night we checked in at the Hilton DoubleTree right here in Shanghai. This is in the Pudong region. We got this room for $62 a night, and because of my Hilton Diamond status, we got upgraded to a 1-bedroom suite on the 21st floor. So let me show you guys. Walk in.
So one thing that also you really need to keep in mind is that a lot of apps are banned in China. So things like Instagram won't work, YouTube won't work, and Google Maps won't work. So we usually rely on Google Maps, but here you can't do that. So what you can do is you can use the apps map, or you can also use a VPN. So we also have been successful with using a VPN. We'll link the one that we use in the description below. So the VPN gives you access to apps and websites that you may need as long as you are connected to a strong Wi-Fi connection.
So we went right downstairs at the DoubleTree, and I was really surprised. They had a wide variety of breakfast choices and options. They have vegetarian options, they have Western options, and they have Eastern options here, which is great because we didn't really plan where we wanted to eat, and it may be a little difficult to find food here. So it's great that they had so many different accommodating options for us.
Yes, we're off to a good start. Let's go.
So coming right from Tokyo, things are a lot different, especially because we got used to being in Japan for so long. But we're right here walking on the sidewalk, and there's people on motorbikes with people on the back just driving here. It looks
along the sidewalk.
Yeah, on the sidewalk with us. Also, they drive on the same side as we do as Americans, which is actually opposite than what they do in Japan. And also, there is garbage around. Like in Japan, there wasn't any garbage anywhere.
Nowhere, no garbage on the street, no garbage cans, nothing. It was just no trash.
So definitely different than what you got used to in Japan.
Yeah, but we're from New York, so.
Yeah, so this is less garbage than we got in New York. So last night we had a lot of difficulty with the public train and metro because it wasn't running, and everywhere said bus stops, and even you look on the maps, it looks like it works, but it really doesn't. And nobody that we've encountered speaks English. Even the people who work in the train station, who work at the airport.
All of the signs were written in English, which was kind of a false sense of security. Nobody spoke English. So we really should have learned a little bit more of the language before coming here.
Yesterday at the airport, we actually went to the ATM and we took out around 500 yuan, which is give or take like $65. And we only had $100 yuan notes. And in order to get on the train, subway was only 3 yuan, which is like 40 cents. But the train operations only had like 5, 10, 20 yuan, so we couldn't even use our 100 yuan bill. So what I would say is also have smaller denominations or small coins to go and take the public transportation. It's good that it's affordable though.
Yeah, So the people here, they did help us get change, so we were able to get our passes.
So we just got off the metro and we are in Lujiatzui. I think that's how you say it. Pardon me if I'm butchering Miss Chinese, but we're heading through the financial district to hopefully get on the ferry now. So let's go. Now this area has humongous buildings. The Shanghai skyline looks marvelous here, and we're right here. I can't wait to see when we're on the opposite side. Another thing that does surprise me here is I thought that there would be so many people here, but it's a Saturday and it's midday, and we haven't really seen a lot of people around. And walking over here, you have beautiful views of the Shanghai Tower, which is the tallest building in all of China. So we're just leaving the Jingling Ferry here, and it was only 2 yen in order to enter. There was a lot of people. As soon as you get there, they're lining up, kind of like the Staten Island Ferry, and everybody runs to try to get the best picture of the Bund skyline. Yes, the best spot to take the picture at the Bund skyline. But honestly, the boat kind of rotates, so you get a lot of beautiful views from different areas. I don't know why, but everybody loved not the view of the Bund, but my wife.
So they asked to take pictures with me, and they asked like where I was from. It was very interesting, a little bit uncomfortable, but I'm really nice, so I just smiled and let them take my picture with them.
So now that we crossed the Wangpu River, we are here at the Bund, and this is probably one of the most popular things to do in Shanghai. And we were expecting to be with a ton of people, but I'm surprised because it's really not that many people. It's not like Times Square, it's not like things that we see in New York or even Shibuya or anything like that. So just interesting because I thought China was so populated. Another interesting thing about China is they have these yellow, green, blue bikes literally all over the place on every single stop, every single corner, and you could just rent them through an app. Unfortunately, we're not going to be doing that, but walking on 2 feet, the metro system is so cheap. It's like 3 yuan, which is like 20 cents, 30 cents, 40 cents for a ride. So we'll save some money and do that. We walked from the Bund to Gucheng Park, and it's a very nice green space. I hear if you come early enough, you can see people doing Tai Chi here. And they also have an ancient tea room, which we're not going to visit, but it's a nice green space right here in the park with great views also of the skyline.
Yes, and also one thing to note is that it actually is very clean over here. Where we started out earlier, it was not a lot of people. So maybe in the more touristy areas, they keep it more clean, but it's almost spotless here.
Yeah, and there's a lot of workers who are here who are cleaning and ensuring that everything is clean and up to date. So, yeah. Our next stop of the day is Yu Garden. It was 40 yuan per person in order to enter, and it is beautiful traditional Chinese architecture here.
There's a lot of really nice pathways to walk through. There's different bridges over waterways. There's really large koi fish in the water. It's a lot of greenery. It's really pretty to come here.
What's interesting here is maybe it's because it's a smaller enclosed space, but it seems like there's more people here than in the Bund and anywhere else that we've seen in Shanghai. But it makes sense because it's so beautiful here to see everything. Another thing that I really love about it here are the rock formations and the different shapes of the rocks. It's just really beautiful to see.
Fish pond that has beautiful rocks and bamboo and a waterfall. Really peaceful.
left Yu Garden, we walked down the street, and there was a lot of people waiting out on this line at Bo Lang, and
they were like hand making things, and we were just trying to see what it was.
So we stopped and we got it. I got one that looked like it was some kind of meat. It had a symbol on it. You know I eat anything. So I tried it, and it was honestly so good. It reminded me of a Jamaican beef patty. It had a nice flaky crust. It was crisp, and the beef inside was really flavorful.
I used the Translate app to see what this was, and it said it was rose petal, and it looks like rose petal. Let's see what it tastes like. Very much like rose jelly. That's good.
There's so much beautiful architecture and greenery here in Shanghai, which I didn't really expect. So we're right here in the Jiujiang Gardens, and it's beautiful here. The architecture here, the koi fish, everything is nice. So if you were wondering where all the people were, we found them in Golden Square. It's a gold temple in the middle of the city, and it's beautiful to see, and a lot of people here. Lots of shops, lots of places to get snacks. It's a really cool, lively area. For sure.
Jiujiang Road. It's written along the screen. Sorry if I mispronounced it. But I found this really good peach and pear drink. It's really large. It was only 20 yuan, and it's really good. So it's not too sweet. It's just sweet enough, and there's like bits of fruit inside of it. So I'm loving it. Walking along Jiujiang Road, we went up the 5th Street, which is Bailing Road, to get an ATM, which is right next to the 7-Eleven. And across the street, there was a restaurant that was golden, and it was calling me. And the reason it was calling me was because it's actually vegetarian. So I had a really good noodle dish with mushrooms and vegetables, and it was a little bit spicy, not too spicy, but it was really good. And I highly recommend you check it out if you're vegetarian. It's a really good choice.
It only costs 24 yuan, which is under $4 for an entire meal, which is fantastic.
I'm good and full.
I'm going to keep walking.
Jiujiang Road has become my favorite road, and let me tell you why. Look at this huge cotton candy. I got this unicorn from Unicorn Paradise, and it's gonna give me a sugar rush, I can
tell. All right, and we just turned the corner, and now we are at Old Shanghai Street. And once again, good people, nice shops here, a nice place to be.
Back on the metro, and I have to say it's very secure. So every time you come through, if you have a bag, they scan your bag through. So
no guns.
We wouldn't have that anyway, don't worry. All right, and also keep in mind that when you come here, you're not going to be able to use your credit card to buy the train ticket. So we just used our coins here. It was only 3 yuan for this trip. But also, when we went to other stores and shops and eateries, they didn't accept our credit card either. So definitely have some cash on you, or they widely accept the Alipay app. I actually downloaded the Alipay app beforehand, but it didn't work for me because I wasn't connected to the Wi-Fi here. It just didn't really work out for me that way. So I would just definitely recommend having some cash.
What you also can do to get on the train is get one of these cards. It's a Shanghai transit card. It was about 20 yuan, which is like $3 or so to get the card, and then you load it up. That way you don't need the cash, you just keep tapping and going through.
So he has the card, I have my coins, and we're getting around just fine.
Also in China, something that is really cool is the trains actually give you a ton of information. So they tell you when the next train is, when the one is after that. It tells you the stops that are there. It also tells you when the first and the last train running on that track is. So lots of information. Got right off of the train and we made it to Jing'an Temple, and it is a beautiful gold temple. It has this beautiful sculpture, I guess, in the middle, and right there they say if you get a coin and you throw it in, it's good luck for you and your family. I did it, so let's check that out. Well, let's get lucky.
Oh! Yeah, but I can see this getting a little bit dangerous because there's a lot of coins flying, a lot of misses more than makes. But it's a lot of fun. It's cool. I think my wish is coming true. So
yeah, these people need to get in the gym and get their shots up because it's not a lot of Kobe's here. It's a lot of bricks.
It's harder than it looks, though. It took me like 3 tries.
I got it on my first go. That's good luck for me and my family. So we're walking along this super cool elevated road. It's over these streets. It's like an intersection of like...
It's like a people bridge.
Yeah. It's like 6 or 7 different streets that intersect into one place. And we're just over it. And it's a great place that people watch and see the cars and the movement of the city. Past the footbridge, we made it to the People's Square. And this is a beautiful space. It has a police presence. I hear that at 6 o'clock, the water shoots up right there in the middle of the square, so we're gonna come back for that. But there's a lot of flowers, there's a lot of beautiful architecture, and the big city buildings are glowing up right now, so beautiful place to be. So the sun has set. We're here at the People's Park, and it seems to be this really cool amusement park, especially for kids. There's a beautiful merry-go-round and it lights up in these beautiful colors. It looks like it's about to close, but if you have kids, check it out here.
It's really golden and it flashes different lights and all the gold. It's like very mesmerizing.
All right, so we came back just in time. It's 6 o'clock and the water show is here. It's free in the middle of Shanghai People's Square.
It's really, really cool. It's a lot of different colors, lots of water splashing in different shapes, and it's a great sight to see.
So being a New Yorker, I saw on the map it said Shanghai Times Square, so I wanted to come check it out. Even though in New York, I barely ever go to Times Square. I think I've been to Times Square one time in my life, but it's not as lively as it is in Times Square. It's really nothing. It's just bright lights, a lot of buildings, but cool to see.
I think the Times Square is literally a square with a large clock in the middle of it. It's not really like Times Square like I thought it was going to be, but yeah.
And also drivers here in China drive like New York City drivers too. Like they go when they want to go. They make rights when they shouldn't make rights. The drivers also drive on the sidewalks. It's crazy here. So we just made it back to the Bund. We saw it in the morning when it was bright and the sun was out, but now the sun has set, and let's see what it looks like all lit up. Heading to our hotel, the DoubleTree, and I was hungry. I wanted to be in China and have authentic Chinese food because I'm tired of chicken wings and pork fried rice. So I saw this place. and it looked like more upscale kind of food, so I said, let me try it. So the first problem I ran into is that I had no idea what anything on the menu says, and the literal translations are like crazy names. It's like beef, lung, liver, whatever, or something. It's not like just beef rice or something like that. So I looked at what the guy had next to me and I ordered that. So first thing I got was a cauliflower with fish sauce, but it says cauliflower fish sauce, but it has meat in it. But I'm not complaining because it's really good. But it's a whole plate of cauliflower, and that's basically an entree by itself. Then I got the fish, and the fish is phenomenal. It is in a whole tray of garlic and ginger, and it's spiced heavenly. I'm not gonna lie, Chinese food, I didn't think it would be this good, but truly enjoying it. Good morning, good morning. Another beautiful day here in Shanghai, China, and we had an amazing night's sleep. I think we're still kind of jet lagged from this trip, which is crazy because this is like our 9th day abroad. But we had a beautiful sunrise to see the view of Shanghai, and we're about to get the day started.
Yes, so we're going to head down to breakfast, our very last breakfast here at the Hilton DoubleTree, and then we're going to take the metro to the airport.
So we just had an amazing breakfast. We walked to the train station, and now we have about an hour to the airport. What I love about Shanghai is how inexpensive the metro is. It's only 6 yuan, which is less than $1 to go to the airport. Fantastic. Another thing that's different here in China is the water fountains and all the drinking water is hot, which is different. You know, I'm used to nice cold water.
But really, even though I don't really like drinking warm water or hot water, I think it might be better for your body. So there's that.
Another app that is truly essential here in China is Translate, because Google Translate is not available here because it's an American app. Now, the reason why I say that is because a lot of the foods, my wife is a vegetarian basically, and a lot of things you would think are vegetarian, like for example a cracker. You think it's just a cracker, but it'll have like beef seasoning, or like what else?
There's like pork and like almost a lot of things. Or something looks like a cookie or like a cake, but it's actually like a meat pie or something in it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, and a lot of times they don't even write it down, the beef or the meat seasoning or whatever, so you don't even really know until you just go and translate it. So that is truly essential here. So we made it to the airport. We're flying back with Virgin Atlantic because we got a really good deal for around 18,000 points per person and $300 cash. And not just that, we had an amazing time here in Shanghai. I'm so happy that we got to visit here for the day and a half that we had, and we definitely will be back. So please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one.